Welcome to the Revel Digital Agency Podcast, a show dedicated to helping lawyers and law firms thrive in the online space. Whether your firm is a major player in the national market or just getting started, keep listening to learn about the latest digital marketing trends and tools to help you engage with the best clients using targeted and responsive online marketing strategies. And now here's your host, the founder and CEO of Revel Digital Agency, Whitley Ville.
For today's episode of Revel Digital Agency Podcast, my name is Whitley Ville, owner of Revel Digital Agency, and in today's episode, we'll discuss why advertisement works for any lawyers of any practice. So, advertisement is everywhere. Seems like it's unavoidable nowadays. On your phone, in the stores, even at work. There's just so many strategies that we could use to use the advertisement in our favor. So join me as we deep dive into advertisement as a lawyer. I'll be deep diving into different types of advertisement that a lawyer could benefit from. However, there's some legalities that must be addressed before we could discuss that advertisement method would be best for you. What a lawyer can and cannot do for their law firm are super strict. And according to the American Bar Association, Rule 7.2 on the communications with concerning a lawyer's services, lawyers have the right to advertise, but they must follow legal advertising rules and certain ethical principles. So here's some rules that I pulled out from the Rule 7.2.
You are not allowed to say you are an expert. A lawyer is only allowed to state they are an expert in a certain area if they've been accredited with a certified ABA organization. Statements like the cheapest in town can be misleading, as you will not know if you are the cheapest in town. This is considered misleading and breaks legal advertising law. Client testimonials must also follow Rule 7.2. All testimonials should be 100% factual and proven. Clients should also receive no reward for their testimonials, as this is considered being coerced. No marketing tactic should be targeted towards selected individuals, as this is considered unethical. All marketing efforts should be put toward the general public.
Obviously, there is a bit of a fine line to walk as they have to be very careful about what you can and cannot advertise. There are so many ways to speak to the specific type of audience without calling them out in an advertisement. So let's discuss the different type of marketing tactics that a lawyer can be advertised to the public. An ingenious way to target any age group. And who doesn't do a quick Google search when they're pinched for information? I'm telling you, a majority of the people do in this country. So a law firm can use this to your advantage. And how can you do that? By using eye-catching pictures, search engine optimization keywords, riveting call to action statements, and informational blogs. The options what you can do with your websites are endless. And this is a great way to establish a company brand that is easily recognized by your community, and a brand that is recognizable online, in the paper, and even on TV is great for your firm. Let's review a few key components that will make your law firm's website stand out. Search engines like Google and Yahoo will always put websites with properly placed keywords at the top of the search list. So when you think about what keywords that you want to be using for your law firm, you should put in consideration on what words you want to use within your website, because the proper keywords will give your website the most visibility to your target audience. And what Google does is that they use bots to look through the pages to index, and the index information is collected and used for future searches. And that's how pretty much SEO works. The better you properly have your keywords, and the amount of content that you put out will put you towards the top of the list for any keyword that you're trying to use. But if it sounds like too much, you should consider outsourcing to an experienced marketer that focuses on SEO. Online advertisement is not just for websites that sell products anymore. Online advertisement could be beneficial for the service industry as well. And I talked about search engine optimization earlier, but this concept is called pay-per-click. You put up an ad, and if a person clicks on it, you pay for that click. And unfortunately, the words attorney and lawyer, those are the two most expensive words on the internet right now. These words are just averaging about $100 per click. That's just too much money. And I do know that, there's a lot of firms spending at least $100,000 plus per month just for keywords. And this option is definitely not for everybody. But if you decide to go this route, and if you're done correctly, you'll considerably raise your ROI. It's night and day on the amount of cases you'll bring in for your firm. And another component of online advertisement is called geo-targeting. So you'll use these ads and it'll allow you to target a specific geographical location for your audience. So let's say if you were in New York City and you only have one office, but you wanted to target 10 miles outside New York City, you can do that, or you can do 50 miles outside New York City. It all depends if you want your clients to travel to you, but with nowadays, you could either represent them using Zoom call or some type of video call, and it'll be easier for you to chat with your clients instead of having them come in the office. One of the most underrated ways of bringing in new cases for a law firm is blogging. Information blogging gives you a leg up with your client, and it also gives you the ability to show that you are an expert in your field. When showing the amount of expertise that you have gives the confidence of a person signing up to have a consultation with you. And I just believe that's one of the best ways to do is to blog. You can sprinkle in keywords throughout the blog post, and this will increase the amount of traffic that you get on your website exponentially. So here are some tips to consider when creating your law firm blogs. Keyword search optimization is important, but it should not affect the quality of your writing. Blogs should contain substance and reel the reader in. Creating a niche topic for your posts is vital. While there are blog posts on every subject imaginable, yours should hone in on a specific topic. So, if I was a DUI lawyer thinking about bringing cases to represent my client for DUI, one of the titles I would write for a blog post would be what to do after serving time for a DUI. What that does is niche enough to draw in people that are looking for a DUI lawyer, and my online traffic will exponentially go up. And what that'll do is it will show the potential client that's looking for me to represent them. It shows the legal expertise that I show in the article, and I could display everything that I need to write for the client to feel comfortable in calling me. Advertisement is crucial and to continue to grow your law firm's reach. And a good law firm's website should include original content. You don't want to look like every other firm on the market. You want to be a little unique. And then search engines are also known to filter out websites from the top of the search list if they are similar to another popular website. Your website should also be user-friendly and simple. Most users will access your website through your phone now as well. You got to make sure that your website is mobile-friendly. People that see bad websites tend to click away or tend to leave to another site. And you also may want to consider having a lead generation form for your potential clients to fill out. These forms will ask them for their name and contact information, so the additional follow-up could follow the request. So if you're not tech savvy and find building a website daunting, hire outside help. Be sure the individual building your website understands your niche practice and works to make your website stand out from the others. Put all these tips to work, and you'll see a definite increase in the amount of online traffic to your website. One of the greatest ways to reach and to grow your firm. Social media is a great tool just to reach a large audience. Just about 3.96 billion people use social media in some way or form. Did you hear that? 3.96 billion people. There's just so much untapped potential with social media advertisement. With applications like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok are just great ways to advertise your law firm with. Social media is a great networking tool as you can follow fellow lawyers and interact with your potential clients. And with Instagram alone, you could post daily informational posts to show how much of an expert you are, or to post real about your friendly staff. Facebook is another great way because what you can do with Facebook is retarget visitors that went to your website previously, just to remind them why they should sign up with you. Facebook advertisement would be an investment as it's not as cheap, but your online traffic for your website would greatly increase. Even if your visitors didn't submit any forms, you know what? They still came to your site. When you put Facebook as a retargeting tool, it just reminds them on how great of a law firm that you really have, and maybe change their mind to signing up, and you'll have your next case. Facebook Messenger also is a great tool because it allows you to message direct contact with future clients or potential clients within minutes. With 3.96 billion people using social media today, I don't think you have anything to lose. Might as well start now. Another tool that you could use for advertising your law firm is email marketing. You know what? Some people think email marketing is kind of gimmicky and misleading, but that's not the case. What I think email marketing can be used for is another way of reminding your potential audience that you are still there. And here are a few ways that you can implement a successful email campaign that won't make somebody upset or hit the unsubscribe button. A lead magnet is a perfect way to grab emails. What makes someone put trust in your law firm? And that is expertise. A great way to show your expertise is through a free giveaway of information. However, the information is concealed behind a shiny sign-up form that asks for the visitor's contact information. The only way they'll receive the expertise is by them giving you your email address. This information can be an ebook, legal guide, a newsletter, or webinar. And this all ties back to establishing a well thought out website with a lead generation form. A visitor will put their contact information and leave you with invaluable information. And a newsletter is another way of advertising your law firm. You know, what a newsletter is just giving you information about the firm. You could send people your 5-star reviews or real client feedback, or continue to giving out free advice to someone who signed up. And eventually they'll require your help. They signed up for a reason. Here's another way to advertise your law firm. Radio and television. Radio and television marketing is still a valuable tool, but I don't think it has the same amount of traffic that online advertisement does. You can still benefit from having a catchy jingle on a radio commercial or a well thought out commercial that can leave a mark in a person's mind. And when they think about needing you to represent them for their next case, they'll think about you. Everyone has been a victim of a catchy jingle on a commercial. What usually happens when you end up needing that type of service? You call that company with the catchy jingle. This is the same concept that a law firm could use to your advantage. Never downplay the importance of offline advertisement. What advertising works best for your law firm? I discussed pretty much 6 different methods of why you should be advertising as a lawyer. And you're thinking, which one should I use? What works best for one law firm may not work for another firm. And it all depends on the experience of your firm, your staff, as well as the target audience you're trying to reach. I think the best tool for a law firm to market their services is a website. That's just my opinion. And if you use SEO, which is search engine optimization, your website could populate the top of the search list. A website gives a first impression to future clients, and it can establish your brand, as I previously discussed earlier. To give perspective, Google has 360 billion people that search in 2021 alone. That means you're going through Google to search for things and services that they need. Your law firm could be what they need. Of these 360 billion people, only 0.78% of searches will click on a result that populate on the second page. Search engine optimization is vital to getting your law firm's website on the top of the search list. Content marketing, also known as posting content for a social media post or blog, will skyrocket your online traffic to your site. Regular posted content with quality and helpful information should litter your social media blog. And as we discussed earlier, a law firm should focus heavily on showcasing their legal knowledge. So, we reviewed many types of advertising, but the best option for your law firm is online marketing. Television and radio advertisement will work to keep your business name in the back of the potential client's mind, but it won't increase your revenue or online traffic. Online marketing is here to stay. It is vital for your law firm to be online, especially in a post-pandemic world. People are just going to go on their phones, search social media, or go on their computer and search for a lawyer to represent them on their next case. And if you're not online, you're missing out on potential revenue to grow your firm. So show the world how important proper legal representation is.